Yanukovych gave a speech in Parliament calling for all Ukrainians to fight against the Muscovite and Jewish mafia. And as a result, he was expelled from the Parliament for making racist speeches. Now in 2013, Svoboda is a party of Ukrainian nationalists and favors a presidential government rather than a parliamentary government. And Svoboda is also against so-called pseudo-nationalists. And who are pseudo-nationalists? He said those are people that believe in democracy and capitalism, and also that defend socialism. Svoboda is also completely anti-communist. On February 16, Parliament Deputy Igor Shishun Murcko destroyed a statue of Vladimir Lenin in Hokhtyar, Sumy Oblast. He said there is no place for communist symbols and ideology in European Ukraine. And he was charged with hooliganism, but he never went to jail. He also made a speech, you can get this on YouTube, saying that he will kill Russians, Jews, and communists as long as there is blood running in his veins. This guy is in Parliament, a member of Parliament. And then he also attacked Mila Kunis. Anybody know who Mila Kunis is?
An actress.
Mayor?
Pardon?
Mayor?
She's an actress.
She's an actress, yeah. Why is this important that they attack Mila Kunis? Because Mila Kunis is Ukrainian and Jewish. And so he called her a Zhidova. Now Zhid in Ukrainian means a dirty Jew. So she was a female dirty Jew. And so the Ukrainian government protected him, saying, well, Zhid is in the in the Ukrainian dictionary, so he was protected from using that term. And so as a result, Milo has been getting all kind of Twitters calling her Zhidova, says she's moving out of the U.S. She says this place is not for her. She's moving to England. Now, what about this famous Victoria Nuland, the ambassador to the UN? Well, she was caught in this conversation. Now, the U.S. press, what they put in the conversation, that Victoria Nuland told the EU to fuck off, but they didn't put the rest of her talk. And what was the rest of her talk about? How they were going to replace the government of the Ukraine and put in their people. Well, the important thing is to know that the USAID and source has 650 NGOs operating in the Ukraine as civil society groups. So you see, this isn't too much of a spontaneous activity as we're led to believe. And in this press conference, Victoria Nuland admitted that she was in Ukraine 3 times before this spontaneous uprising happened on November the 22nd of last year. Now, what was the chronology of the coup? Let's look at that. There was pressure on Yanukovych to make a deal with the USA in November and December. On November the 19th, he said no to deal with the UA because of austerity. He said if he would go along with the EU program, he have to cut pensions, lay off workers, and cuts in scholarships. He said no. And also the EU said if he joins the EU, he's going to have to come under NATO. He said no, he's not going to do that. And the next day, the demonstrations started at Independence Square in Kiev, organized by Svoboda. And 2 weeks later, I got a call from my cousin, Sylvia, from Slovakia. And she told me, John, do you know what's going on in Ukraine? They got these people with iron bars, sticks, clubs, and Molotov cocktails